What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're streaming to both here during a week, which I may or may not have internet for most of it, so I don't know when this will upload or where it'll go up, but we're on the topic of people basically shifting blame and saying, net decking is bad. How dare you, you net decker? Why are you just copying people's deck? Why don't you have originality and all this stuff? This argument that I thought we left behind in 2005 post GOAT control and really was settled by 2006 in the community. But I suppose people from 2004 and before are back in the game, and the one thing that's missing that you would think, and we're in some bizarro world with, is that this game is extremely free to play. The initial gems were so generous. If you just played in the Xyz Festival, you should have a pile of gems too. And what's in front of me is everything we have built in game. I have Tri-Zodiac pretty much complete. I have Thunder Dragon Invoked pretty much complete. This is my actual grind deck. All the staples that I want are within the deck. I have droplets and I've chosen not to put them in here for now. I have a generator deck that I've built for the, we'll actually show you the Xyz Festival one that I already had the pre-made for this, and it's so easy to pretty much get everything you want if you've been playing since day one, and even then continuing. They have new sign-in bonuses, all of a sudden, 1,000 more gems. I really didn't think with Master Duel we would say that this feels free to play. The paid-for gems, they're awful prices, but the amount of free gems they keep giving us, you can have anything you want in game, and with that, the number one complaint that people go to with things like this is, oh, you're pay to win. I can't believe you have all these cards. You must be pay to win. How much have you spent on this game? They don't have that to throw and deflect the self-blame at. Now it's their problem that they're losing and they want to find a different deflection. That is my true thought at the root of all of this is, you're not really mad that somebody's copied a deck and has no originality. More so, you're tired of the consistent matchups of having to face Drytron or Eldritch. Not that somebody might have copied a deck, that they've adapted to the meta, which good old, oh, you just play meta decks all the time, meta trash and those kinds of things. I think that's what you're more mad at, but people have kind of gone backwards in time to the insult of net decking. In fact, a term so outdated that net is at the front of, where'd you get that deck? The internet? That's what that actually is net decking, is that internet is part of it, because you would go online to forums to find the deck list, and that's how it even started as some kind of insult. I think that with Yu-Gi-Oh! It is one of the least intuitive games possible, and you need to find a way to start. And going through and actually looking at your resources is one of the smartest things you could do. You don't want to go and waste gems and have to decraft 3 ultras later that you crafted, so 90 crafting points, back into 30, and make this not a free-to-play experience by blundering through and doing terrible things to your account. Instead, you want to maximize gems, figure out, maybe even test off of this on a free simulator like Dueling Book, a deck, in order to decide, do I want to commit my gems to this? Why, yes, this deck seems awesome for me, or no, it doesn't. Just net decking doesn't automatically give skill in plays either. You need to learn to use reactives. Like, one big thing that returning players are probably experiencing that haven't played in a very long time for the first time are hand traps, and one that's not legal in the TCG is Maxi, which is an ultra rare here in the game, so you need the crafting points for that. And that's why a lot of the generic advice here is craft these staples. You will need these. You'll want to be using this and droplet, and these will be the best because you really won't be wanting to decraft them because they'll fit in so many different decks. But with hand traps, they're cards flying out of the hand into the graveyard, and it's a new reaction probably for a lot of duelists. I mean, Karibo did it, but that wasn't meta, right? That people weren't having to deal with Karibo as a problem. It started more so like 2007, we get DD Crow. Later on, we get Effect Veiler, and if you're a duelist from those eras, you understand that. But the actual point I'm making here is these cards take reactive timing. Chat, back me up here. We have watched about 4 out of the last 5 players, when I summoned Lopter, pitch the Maxi before I use his effect, which is a quick effect. It takes a little intuition and skill and practice with the game to know, wait, if I Maxi on the summon, he can just chain it, special summon before Maxi resolves, and I don't get to draw. That takes a little bit of work and skill. Net decking does not give you free wins or a lack of suddenly the ability to just draw in and gain the, I timed this here, I set up this way. The only thing that you can learn are combos to set up, and not really what to react to, when to react to. Net decking doesn't just give you that. Also, you guys in open chat, do you have anything at all to add at this point in the conversation? Nope, just me. I see.
Yeah, my Blue Eyes deck is 100% handmade. Anyone who doesn't play it is wrong.
That's actually a funny one. And okay, the guy laughing is actually a Blue Eyes player from the era of Link Cross, and I took one of his Blue Eyes decks, so I'm a net decker there, into Dueling Book Rated, and I ran into the Blue Eyes mirror somehow. I summoned Halqifibrax, which is a card that Link summons and is an enabler for plays, right? Like, I actually do have a Hulk, I swear. Crystron. Hulk is, wait, where is my actual Halqifibrax? Am I rarity? Oh, he's banned from the event. So Halqifibrax is an amazing card if you're new to it, and Hulk basically enables plays to go up lines for Link summoning, and in Blue Eyes, it's a really good option because you have so many little tuners that will let you go up that line and also get resources like Blue Eyes as you go to your hand. And the moment I summoned this, my opponent said, "It's guys like you that are ruining this deck." And Maz was actually there to watch that. We had the greatest time when that other Blue Eyes player rage quit. But like,
oh,
go ahead.
Sorry, that was like so long ago because I was playing that version. Like, sorry, usually like you want to play a deck to like the best of your abilities. So even if you're net decking, you need to test the deck first. I think a lot of people, the net decking is just no. You need to test your deck to actually be good with it if you're gonna net deck, not just what's it called, just copy a deck and think you're gonna be all good and whatever.
Yeah, but this other Blue Eyes player was so mad. I will say the Blue Eyes community is the most toxic and disagreeing on deck building. Weird that a role model like Kaiba would end up causing that kind of a discord within a community, right? But when it comes down to it, like, people are going to disagree on how decks are built, but this toxic reaction to care more about a deck building and cards than your opponent and player and mutual respect as a human being across the board, it really boils down to this. People have spent more time with their deck than with you if you're a random opponent online. And so they get more attached to, say, their waifu Mardell or their boy Lopter, and wow, you called my deck anything but awesome and innovative and this? Well, your deck's trash, this kind of insult, that kind of thing. Like, they really have put themselves in this weird mental space that their cards matter more than you. And we see that all too often within the community. It's really kind of a shame. And I will say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also a card game where a lot of people learn their first social interactions with the community. I know for myself, outside of family and a couple of friends, I didn't have a huge social life, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Wide opened that up. I was traveling the US, playing in events, meeting people from all walks of life. Like, we're talking like Harvard-level doctors and pediatricians to, like, you know, basically thugs who set up to steal people's stuff at events, which was crazy. That's a whole nother era of talk, though, and stuff. You gotta join the live streams. That being said, like, there are people who really just go full toxic if they don't agree with your theory on the game, and you gotta talk them down from there somehow. In this video, it's a little bit of that. Any final words, guys? Nope. Just me? I see. Alright, well, thanks for watching today's video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation, at least see where it's coming from. And please stop blaming your losses on other things. If you're so bad that you can't beat somebody's net deck, maybe look at the options of cards you're playing. Maybe look at how you're interacting with the game. Like, I've evolved this deck over time from chat suggestions. Like, I would not know about this card with my chat. Am I a net decker? No. I've slowly built this deck with the help of another, made a lot of my own choices on the ratios and cards. It's a unique build. It's probably not optimal at all, and I could do a bit better with it, but along the way, I've learned things about this and played with it, and it's been really fun for me. But I wouldn't blame you if you net decked generators. Like, there's probably a way better way to play this. Thanks for watching, everybody.